This is why you shouldn't practice everything you see on social media. So last year in October 2023, there was this update about flight ticket prices that trended. Normally, if you want to travel from Nigeria to a country like the UK, you would spend around 2.7 million naira for only the flight fee, which is a lot. So someone discovered a cheat that will make things cheaper. And this cheat was, rather than flying to the UK or Canada from Nigeria, all you had to do was go to Togo and from Togo board a flight to your destination. For example, if you are traveling to the UK, you would spend only 630,000 naira from Togo, which means you would end up saving 2 million naira plus. So, two Nigerian guys came across this update and decided to apply it. They were traveling to Canada and decided to go from Togo. They got to Togo on the 6th of November and lodged in a hotel until the day of their flight to Canada. On the day they were supposed to travel, they packed their bags, checked out of the hotel, and they went straight to Togo airport. As they were about to board the plane that would take them to Canada, they were stopped by some of the Togo airport officials. The airport officials then requested for their travel documents and told them to wait by the side. The two boys, not wanting any problem, did as the airport officials requested and waited. Initially, they thought it was just a regular check the officials were doing. But when they became suspicious was when the airport officials started laying false accusation on them. First of all, they said that their visas were fake. But when the two guys explained that they got their visa through an agent and explained the process at which they got the visa, the airport officials came up with another claim. They said their passports were fake. The two boys explained again that they got their passports from Ibadan and they were the one that went to the immigration office themselves to receive it. From there, the Togolese airport officials began asking for $600 for the two guys to bail out themselves. The guys obviously refused to pay because they know they haven't done anything wrong and all their travel documents were complete and authentic. So from there, the officials took them to the police station. When they got to the police station that evening, they were hoping that the police would do proper investigation to clear them. However, on getting to the police station, they were beaten mercilessly, locked up in his cells, and all their belongings were collected, including the $200 that was with them. One of their friends from Nigeria, who escorted them to Togo to bid them farewell, saw all the things that had happened and went straight to the Nigerian embassy in Togo the following day to report the situation. The embassy then captured the two guys' passports, and when they checked, they found out that indeed their passports weren't forged but were original. So they went to the Togo police station where the two guys were held and requested their release. Sadly, the Togo police refused, and after 5 days of locking them up, they transferred them to the Togo prison. The two guys revealed that when they got to the prison, that half of the population of the people in the prison were Nigerians, and most of them were also innocent like them. In the Togo prison, to do anything, you must pay money. To sleep, you would pay money. To bath, you would pay money. To use the toilet, you would pay money. To eat, you would pay money. In fact, to sit down on a chair, you would also pay money. According to the two guys, the Togolese government and the police are the ones running these things. This picture you are seeing right now is a picture of how they sleep inside the prison. This photo was taken by the two guys. After 3 weeks of staying in the prison, the two boys were called for a court hearing. They said they were even lucky to be called for a court hearing only after 3 weeks because there are some innocent Nigerians that have been there for over 5 years and still no court hearing. While they were at the court, they were not allowed to speak. Their rights were violated. At the end, they convicted them for 1 year, but eventually reduced it to 6 months and asked them to come back the following week. The following week, the boys returned back and the judge gave her final judgment. The painful part is that they didn't even know what the final judgment was, if it was the 6 months jail term they gave them or they reduced or increased it, because the whole sentencing was done in French. This is why you shouldn't practice everything you see on social media. Because something worked for Mr. A doesn't mean it will work for Mr. B. Mind you, I am not blaming the two boys in this case because they are obviously the victims. I'm just using their story to pass a message. Imagine spending 6 months in jail while being innocent. It is so sad, and I hope the Togo government do what is right and set these boys free. I'm Caleb, and I've uncovered this case.